Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 battle for you today, and this is a glorious 3v3 here, and we have Britain marching forward here. The Redcoats are here for battle, and we have two Ross armies actually here today, which I actually, off the top of my head, can't remember which campaign this is. It has EFEC here, which I'm going to presume, I mean, looking at the units, I mean, I have no idea. I'm going to presume it's like an American one. We have like West Indies troops here. So it must be like American campaign maybe? I have really got no idea. But it's very bizarre Britain that we have here. I'm not entirely sure. For those that know NTW better than me, and all the factions in and out, you can tell me, I'm sure. We do have Robert Ross here leading the way. I imagine we're going to have two different Robert Rosses here, but I do not know. Yes, we have two Britain armies over here. And then over on the other side, we do have a Russian army as well. This is led by Bagavu here. So we have like the second corps of the Grand Russian army here. Getting ready to go in. You can see it's all over here. I mean, we've got some really good, well, some solid infantry. And then we have the serfs of Russia as well being represented here. What else do we have? We have some Jaeger. We have some solid units here. So this is apparently a very, very exciting and very close NTW3 battle that comes down to the wire, sent in by one of my subs who is on the Discord. So if you want to send in your own NTW3 replays, do join the Discord. The link's down below in the description. It's the best place to send them in and get your battles featured on the channel. And yes, today we are facing three French armies. It is obviously Britain versus France, well, and with a spice of Russia in there as well. Cannot forget the Russians. We do have the Guard here, so it's annoying because you can't tell what the enemy units are, because we're looking at it from the British perspective. And it's hard to say what these, I mean, we know that they're guardsmen, but yeah, I don't know if they're part of a guard army or they've just, some faction, like French factions can just bring guards as well. We do have Napoleon here actually being used as well. That's kind of cool. But I don't know what all the French factions are, unfortunately, but we know that there's three French factions, that is for sure. You can hear artillery being moved up as well. Certainly when it's like earlier eras, you can tell who is who, because uniforms really stand out. But yeah, when it comes to like the mid period like this, it's kind of hard. These are some gendarmes here. This makes me think that the French Guard is here. Since we've seen these gendarmes, they're often brought when the guards are mobilized. But yeah, they are getting ready to rush forward, and we do have some light dragoons over here, and they look like those gendarmes are going to rush for those guns. The light dragoons are going to have to try and stop them. You can see the incoming combat that's about to happen here. I think the gendarmes will win this. They are pretty damn elite. And there you go, those light dragoons going in. Yeah, look at that, annihilated these poor dragoons here. Look at the gendarmes, put them to the sword. Brutal. And now those gendarmes, I imagine, are going to push up this hill. And they're going to have to face an even larger unit. They've got some in-skilling dragoons here. The in-skilling dragoons, the skillingers, as they're known actually. And the gendarmes have got backup. Okay, there is plenty. They've got some chevaliers here as well. Okay. Yeah, the British have certainly bitten off more than they can chew here, I think. But we'll see. In-skilling dragoons going in. I mean, British dragoons are pretty solid in real life and in the game. Whether they will do that, I do not know. Oh, they actually look like they're annihilating these chevaliers. Even though these are, I'm pretty sure this is a solid unit of chevaliers as well. Looking at their uniform, I can't remember what their name is, but I've seen these guys really well in the past. They've been annihilated. Really well done there. And the gendarmes are going to go packing. We do have more light dragoons moving over. But the guns are going to be safe for now, these 6-pounder horse artillery. Putting some rounds into the guard down there they were. There you go. First bit of blood to the British. But yes, if you're enjoying NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're on here, and comment your support. I know you guys are loving NTW3 at the moment, and I'm so happy as well that you guys are really getting into the Napoleonic mood, because it's by far away one of my favorite periods of history, and I studied quite a lot at university, so I'm really glad that you guys are also showing the love for the Napoleonics, because I obviously want to cover more of it. So yeah, thank you guys. You're just some great support recently, and just keep it up. But yeah, so it seems as though Britain is, they actually did hit that cavalry over there. Hit the gendarmes. like clean on they did. And that was a pretty blind shot. But yeah, it seems as though Britain is going to be safe for now. Russia's moving up to support. He's got his like light infantry here, which all can't form square, which is a little bit concerning if there is more French cav sniffing about. They do have some like little light. This is like a light dragoon unit or something like that, or like just a light cavalry unit. It's just being moved up. It doesn't seem like the French are making any more great advances. It seems like that little cavalry push was maybe it. Infantry spotted has disappeared, so I think the French are probably going to defend this point here. I mean, in NTW3 you can see these markings, like they have the 2 points next to a house here. So if you capture this building, that's how many points you hold. So it's another way that you can win in NTW3, which is you can hold these buildings. There's a 4-pointer here, a 4-pointer there, and 2 2-pointers. So they could be deciding could the French to hold this point here, which actually, to be fair, is not actually worth anything. So they'll be fighting over nothing. But the British certainly have got very good control of this 2-pointer here. I mean, if I was Britain, I'd maybe start razing this town to the ground. If there are any French troops in there, they will be crushed by buildings falling on them. But we'll just fast forward for a little bit, just to see if the French reappear. They are keeping themselves well hidden right now. All we can see is some generals. Napoleon himself, obviously, leading the way here, proving to his men he is one of them, and will fight in the front lines as well. But yes, it's, I mean, he must be near his army, but you wouldn't leave this general isolated. So it does seem like there will be a French army, and maybe the guards here, because we did obviously see gendarmes and guardsmen around here. And they look like they are going to be defending this village. We do have the old guard here, so yeah, definitely for sure the old, it seems like the French guard has been brought. The old guard being sent in. Yeah, more of them here. Oh boy. The French are messing around today. They send the best of the best to the front lines. I'm excited to see how these guys do because they are nasty. Is there another one as well? Oh my gosh, they brought 3 units of old guard. And these are like grenadiers of the old guard. They're not like just like, because there's so many different parts of the old guard and different parts of the imperial guard. You have young, middle, old, if you don't know, your French guardsmen in and out. Old guard are the most famous. They're the ones that are like the iconic imperial guard. Young guard are the ones that get used the most, let's say, in battle, because they're often there trying to prove themselves so they can get into the middle or old guard. This is another one. Please tell me this is not another. My gosh. Okay, this is a fourth grenadier. I didn't even know you could bring this many. This is wild how many they brought. I imagine it's 2 units of the 1st infantry, like the 1st regiment, and 2 of the 2nd regiment. You have a chasseur of the guard here as well. So these are old guard as well, but they are an entirely different unit. You can kind of tell they look a little bit different. They are chasseurs. So I presume they have better accuracy and better reloading speed. And they would be the first to go in if the old guard were being mobilized. And we do have young guard out here. Young guard and middle guard. But it does seem as though... What are they firing at? There is a whole bunch of French troops over here. And these are all guardsmen as well. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this is a big guard army here. What are they firing at? I really don't know. I mean, surely they can't hit this French cav out here. They're wasting ammo or something, I feel. They're just firing at nothing. Unless these guys have like nuclear tipped range or something now. They're firing at absolutely nothing. Hold your fire, men. Getting a little bit jittery. Oh, there is a bit of a cav push here, though, by the British. Look at this. The in-skilling here. The Skillingers, we saw them earlier. Looks like they were maybe going for a sneaky push somewhere. I'm going to guess one of these factions might be the Spanish campaign. Looking at that one, often when they have, like, a lot of, like, great jackets, I'll quickly... Oh, disappear. God damn it. Perfect timing, of course, when I'm describing it. But it might be. They have, like, a lot of great coats. It often is. Like the Spanish campaign. Clearly the Skillinger unit here was revealing all of that army. Clearly. There's French cav as well now moving around. Seems like it's a very strategic moves going on by both sides. Neither side wanted to give too much away. Chasseur, Cheval. They look like they'll be matching up against those King's light dragoons over there. And foot artillery just as well, trying to be protected. We'll go back to fast forwarding just a little bit as we wait on some, well, aggression by either side. Neither side really wanting to make a push. The guards seem quite happy in their forest. This actually isn't a guard unit out here. If it is the guard, I imagine it must be. This amount of guard units here would suggest that they brought the guard army. I don't know any other corps or anything like that you can bring more than just, like, any more, put it like that. I mean, Britain right now, being able to hold this position here, he can then just shoot straight down the line at the French. That's going to be a real problem for when the French then engage the Russians here, which the Russians, speaking of, are getting pretty mighty close. Got this light cav out here that are just waiting patiently. Looks like, is that the gendarmes again? Yeah, the gendarmes having none of it. They're like, you will not come anywhere near our precious... Oh, can't say the word today. Precious infantry. Infantry again firing, and again... at quite a range. Not quite sure how you're doing this, sirs. Hold your fire. Oh, but here we go. Gendarmes, they're going to rush out. They're going to rush out onto this light cav here. They might not win that, the gendarmes, because they're tired. But the light cavalry was also not really the Russian player was not paying attention, clearly. Light cav caught unawares. And the gendarmes, even though they might be a little bit tired running up that hill. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know. It's very close. And there you go. The gendarmes did just about do it, even if they were tired and knackered, and run up a massive hill. Now they can control this hill if they want to. Doesn't seem like either side's brought masses of cavalry. I'm not seeing big cavalry formations being used here today. Bit of a shame. Yeah, got just lots of light cav being brought by the Russians. No real, like, dragoons. The British brought a couple of dragoons, which you've seen. But yeah, really a big infantry fight here today. Which, for those of you that love big line battles, this is the perfect battle for you. But yeah, I mean, the French might brought a lot of cav, we don't know. It's hard to say. Britain, they're really risking it. I mean, this is... Look at the map quickly. Look at this. If you see the red, that's the French. I know, very confusing with the French fighting in blue. But the... and the British fighting in red. So that just confuses it more, actually. But the blue is like the Allied forces. The red is the enemy forces, the French. Britain here looks like he's trying to split the French forces in two. He could end up getting sandwiched. This is a really risky job he's trying. Again, they're firing from a range I don't think they can hit at. Seems very bizarre that they can try and even do this. They are going to retreat. I think they've seen that they've run into a whole French army here, and they're like, yeah, no, this is not for us today. Lots of guards moving on. Are these all guards? Yeah, they are. The old guard is moving back into town. Presume they maybe had left because they were getting shot at? I'm guessing. Who knows? Looks like some more young and middle guard moving backwards now. I mean, these skirmishers might be in range. Like, ever so slightly in range. Royal American Rifles here. The Jaggers. A strange name. All it makes me think of is Nick Jagger. For some reason now. They're going to move forward. King's own Royal Foot, the Lions, going forward. And the Prince of Wales foot as well. Yeah, lots of forces moving forward here. I mean, the Guard certainly has the quality and ability to hold off multiple units each sometimes. But then, I don't know, sometimes if you bring the really cheap Guard units, they will break pretty quickly. So, it kind of varies in my opinion. But it does seem like we've got the first line battle taking place over here. And it is this little Guard unit here, and he's actually just focusing down. A lot of line infantry here. Doesn't look like he's hit much, if anything. Yeah, not many of these guys dead. Open fire for king and country. There we go. Glorious stuff, glorious stuff. These guys all got great coats on. I mean, perfect weather today, to be honest, for a great coat. This is like, doesn't look too sunny out there. It's in the sky. There you go. That's what you get with Pope. You get a bit of weather watching, and you also get a glorious battle. It looks like the French did retreat. They did take a few casualties. I think they realized that 3v1 was not a fight they were going to win. I mean, if the British come any closer, though, they are going to run into a whole load of guards, and this is a problem. I hope some of these aren't on fire at will, because otherwise the old guard here are going to gun down their younger variants. The French are preparing to fire. Looked like they were going to fire. Half of them fired, but we didn't hear it for some reason. Don't know why they're silent muskets over there. Very bizarre. Fire when ready. Or not. That's fine. Seems like Britain and Russia are going to just move up together slowly, taking their time. They've got their skirmishes out here. They're doing some damage. They're getting shot at by artillery. Not a good use of artillery just to shoot at the skirmishers, going to say. Here we go. Manly Power, the 7th Royal Fusilier Foot. Elegant Extracts Point. Interesting name. I'm not going to lie. Elegant Extracts. And also, I mean, yeah, what a strange name. They can form square. They're pretty good. Handy unit to have. And here we go. The guards are away. They are firing finally. Here we go. And we're going to have our first proper real duel, I feel like, here going on. I mean, that was a little bit of a skirmish. And here we, yeah, I mean, it seems like the French are sort of firing over there, but they're certainly dueling out here. There's like some Trilliers or some Voltigeurs of the guard here. I just love the little feathers they got going on. They really look very cool. Yeah, neither side really like committing too much. Britain seems like he's quite happy on this hill. And France, I mean, France also looks like he's happy on his hill, but we can't really see him anymore. French cav coming in behind. This is definitely going to be a problem later on for the British. I'm 100% sure they're going to get a general kill or an artillery kill as that cav. We've just seen go back there. But yeah, let's quickly dash back over here. Seems like Manly Power doesn't fancy that fight anymore. He's changed his mind. He's like, you know what? The guards are not worth fighting over. But here we go. Rush over here where they've got all their light infantry. This one can form square. That's good. They're going to need a few that can form square. But they're light, and they've got some lines here. So they're dueling the line infantry of the French. And the French giving way. The Russians with like their 4 units here just overpowering. And it seems like Russia as well, again making more pushes here. More light infantry getting ready. Fire when ready. Or not fire at all. That is also possible. Looks like the guards quite happy to fire from that range. It's a pretty extreme range, I'm not going to lie. And it's the old guard as well they're throwing in. The best of the best already been sent in. I mean, it wouldn't be too long until they would be being committed. There isn't exactly much else but the old guard in this village. This is going to be such a tough village to take. I can already sense it. I mean, when isn't it when you got the old guard there? Oh, big line battle finally getting underway over here. Britain and his long, long lines coming up. Prince of Wales. We've got the Worcestershire Foot here. You gonna fire, boys? Or just look pretty on parade? Oh my gosh, it's looking brutal on that far end. I'm seeing a lot of British drop in that volley there. I'm sure they're exacting a nasty bit of revenge here on the French. Look at that. And the French also look like they're revealing their plans. They are actually flanking around hard here. And we have a quickly scrambled British force being prepared here. We've got Inskilling Foot. We've got Somerset Foot here as well. Highland Foot as well. The Sutherlands. Solid unit here. Always good to have some Scotsmen on your side. But yeah, these units need to start thinking about retreating. The West Indies troops here. They need to start retreating because they are going to get flanked otherwise by the French. Even though they're doing pretty well, they're going to get flanked.
Our general is under attack.
Yeah, here you go. The French on this flank here, they can just pour fire onto the poor West Indies troops. Seems like Britain are going to have to reposition over here. Over on this side, though, looks like the forest fire here is getting kind of interested now. The guard out here are being committed. Look at that. Rank upon rank of fancy hats. What a great era the Napoleonic era is. I mean, everyone's fighting in bright, bright uniforms. Bright and fancy. We've got some great generals, some of the best of their era. And like, there's sort of like even a little bit of a revival of like chivalry, I feel, in the Napoleonic era. It's just what a great time it would be to be alive. Unless you were like one of these soldiers that had to fight and maybe like risk your life. Not such a big fan of that, but hey, I'd be a commander. I would stay at the back, send my men forward, die. Yeah, they've certainly got a few little nasty positions they're forming up over here at the guard. Just trying to make it a little bit more difficult. It looks like the chasseurs, though, are being sent around the flank of the Russians. And once they've been committed, I feel like they can then commit the guard here. And you see the Russians, in fact, are not going to stand around. They're going to quite happily retreat. They know what's happening. Britain over here, though, it's kind of getting quite a position. Monmouthshire foot here. They can barely see where they're fighting. Can't even really see the French. Like, only a few of them. Oh. Some nasty volleys going on. I mean, the French, though, they got some units that are not feeling so good. Run for your lives, you cowards. Oh, that's a brutal fire. Brutal bit of firing there. Oh, massive friendly fire went on there, though. 9-pounder just ripped through the 27th incoming, but ranks is there. They just, like, did a lot of damage through men. You need to be careful. You can hurt your own men. Friendly fire is a thing. But yeah, it's the classic rivals, Britain versus France, once again, fighting it out in NTW3. You love to see it. Look at this French line, though. It goes on and on. And the West Indies are starting to crumble a little bit. And what is this formation? They're boxing up and defending their general as well. Jeez, I didn't realize they had that much infantry they could afford to do that. The French out here need a flank. If they can form square, they should flank because they're safe from cavalry. They've just too much numbers for the British. Right now, we're outnumbered and outpositioned in some areas. Brutal shots going on. Got more West Indies troops being sent to the front, over to this side it seems, where they are needed. Seems like over here there's quite light French resistance. Maybe the British can take advantage, but it seems like the chasseurs maybe being sent in that direction to support. Russia making some ground on the French. He needs to keep this up because Britain not looking so great right now. These men, they fight for the Tsar. And they are loyal to the man. They're probably veterans of the Russian campaign, who knows. You can see the guards and the Russians duking now. We actually got Russian charges going on here by the looks of it. Here he goes. Looks like they're sending in the serfs. Go and die. Brutal. It's the Russian way, though. Only bayonet charging. It's the only way. And I saw someone the other day that said it doesn't matter what quality of troops you have when you send them into a bayonet charge. A bayonet still hurts the same. And it's true. It still pierces just as effectively if it's being held by a peasant or by a guardsman. It looks like they're going to break quite a few of these. Yeah, they're going to break some of these infantry units here. We now have guards being sent in. It's the old guard themselves actually being sent in. So let's see who wins, peasants or guards. The old guard here doing a decent enough job. They are still holding. And in some places breaking the Russians. Yeah, it looks like they're going to break them now. The Russian infantry is a little bit too tired. And the guards looking a lot more fresh. Yeah, they're going to break them. But it's where the Russians can catch out the guard. I mean, they haven't got any real cavalry. It's a shame. This is why you bring cav, because in these big bayonet fights like this, you catch out the infantry with cavalry. You do a lot of damage. Looks like infantry crossing over here. Looks like, I don't know, maybe like some German infantry or something like that. Looks like just some Laguerre. They're getting routed anyway by the British. You have like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 units here dueling with one? I feel like the British need to get a move on there. Over on this side, the West Indies troops are dying. And we now have the East Essex here. The little fighting fours, they're called. Well, they may only be 4 of them left by the end of this battle, because they're routing. West Indies being small, West Indies troops being sent. Reform! Oh gosh, boys, you need to fire! Dean's going foot here as well now. Holding on against... They look like they're taking on about 3 or 4 French units at a time. And they are doing damage to the French units in quite a few areas. Their morale is dropping much quicker. It seems like over here as well. Yeah, you got the Prince of Wales. He's actually pushing on the guns. It's not a bad idea. But that's not where the battle's going to be won or lost. The battle's going to be won or lost over here. I mean, right now, this British left flank looking really good. They are moving down the line, routing French troops actually quite easily. It's whether that British right can hold. We will rejoin it very soon. Let's see how the Russians are doing. They've actually sent the Guard packing. And we've got Old Guard and Young Guard here fighting together. Looks like they've been sent packing. So that's excellent. Yeah, look at this. Britain's actually doing incredible work on this left flank. I don't know what quality of troops the French have brought. Clearly not. They clearly haven't got that much morale. Another French unit returned. Oh, these are sappers. Are they going to get sent into a bayonet charge? They are like almost like grenadiers. The grenadiers that can make a bridge. Here they go. They're going in. The morale's low. They actually charge into the Royal Marines. That's a solid unit to... I feel like these Royal Marines are almost like grenadiers. Marines are pretty tough. And they are beating back the sappers. It's not looking so great over here for Britain. If they could do a cav charge, something like get their cav in behind, that would be huge. They need to try that. The guns are an increasingly big danger right now. 9-pounders getting very close to the front line. If they could get bayonet charged soon. Like this French infantry in here could just charge in and go for the bayonet charge. Highland foot here though. They're keeping up the fight. Like I said, it's always good if you've got a few Scotsmen in your army. There you go, bayonet charge coming in now. Are we going to get a volley of this cannon off in time? I don't think we are. Oh, it's a shame. Please don't form just in front of the cannon. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Why did they fall just in front of the cannon? I do not know. Were they just going to fire a volley or something? They got scared off by cavalry. And the guns have been saved, but in a very bizarre manner. And now we've got a big cavalry charge in here. Got a lot of light dragoons and skilling dragoons as well going in. They're going to try and break through. Did not work. French now starting to break on this far side here. It's not looking good. This is where the big French push was supposed to come. Frenchies still seeing off these West Indies troops here. They're not having a good time. They are not having a good time. A lot of French troops returning. Morale though for them is a bit shot. The Guard over here still dueling with Russia. I mean, I'm not quite sure how Russia's even seeing the Guard. There's a big hill in front of them. But they must have those fancy guns where you can just shoot over hills and hit men. I don't know. Got some sappers here. Like I said, they're almost like grenadiers, really. I mean, this artillery here, the 6-pounder, I don't know what it's firing at. But I do not know why it's not firing at all the old guards straight down the road of it. They could put big holes into that artillery, into those guardsmen. Got a charge here. This is some like tirailleurs or something going in against the sappers. Looks like they will be beaten by sappers. Morale is not looking good for those like tirailleurs there. Getting off. Yeah, they're firing. So why are they firing point blank range at this Guardsman unit. Sappers did win. Well done to them. Lost about half their unit. The general staff also now dismounted. Okay, interesting. Russians also pushing from this direction against the guard. The guard, I mean, they're sending more forward to the more troops forward to this position. I don't know if they need more here, if they need to start thinking about worrying about that attack from the Russians in the back. Unless these guards in here, these grenadiers are going to be given that job, which is quite possible. I mean, a big brave move. They're gonna. Looks like they could maybe flank around, or trying to hold some of the Russians in place with other guards units. I can hear a cavalry charge somewhere going on. There's some light cav in the back, but it doesn't look like that's going for anything. We've got French troops over here, guardsmen. They're flanking. They might undo this this Russian push here. But it's not. Oh, jeez! It's not looking good for the British in this little corner. They look like they have routed the French across the board, really, in other areas. But it's close. The British have lost a lot of men. They've just lost their cav here. The Skirmishes themselves. A sad day. Nothing better than the sound of musket fire. It really is amazing. Royal Marines come forward, the bootnecks, as I know. The artillery here is, I don't know if it's out of commission, really. They just aren't firing or doing anything. I don't know. They're nearly broken, I guess. It's not the end of the world. The vein openers, those troops are called. That's a pretty cool name. Yeah, Britain looking really, really rough up here now. I thought they had this kind of cleaned up. They were routing a lot of French troops. But, I don't know. It's really close. The artillery over here as well is really distracted. There's a lot of British troops as well over here. They're just going after one artillery position when there's a whole army of French that you're dealing with. I can hear more battling going on over here. We've got more bayonet charging going on. Guardsmen being thrown in by the French again, of course. Old guard being thrown in. There's young guard in here. Oh god, they're not looking great on morale. Like most of the guards were looking great on morale, to be honest. The fresh troops have been sent in, but yeah, lots of French troops starting to break. There are also some Russians. Very close this fight is. It really is. I would be annoyed if I was Russia though, because it seems you defeat one guard unit and a whole nother brigade just appears. It must be pretty frustrating. You're just like, oh yes, one less guard unit to kill. And you're like, oh, there's another 3 of them. Just appear out of nowhere. Yeah, Britain and France looking both very close on numbers. And you get this artillery in operation. It's still firing, like, just dueling with the French artillery out there. They need to get it turned around and shooting other stuff. Don't worry about that. Oh, Russians going over here. It's just like the peasants again. Taking on the old guard. Broken easily, but the old guard are flanking. They can get into these guns here. Will the old guard be able to get these guns, break them? There's a general here as well. And there you go. They should break them easily enough. Russia just leaving his guns undefended. Now trying to defend him, sending his line infantry. Really needs to get like like any cav unit in here to rear charge these guys, or get some more infantry to rear charge them. Lots of Russians breaking. The guard are just relentless. This seems very similar to my most recent NTW3 video, which is just where the guards for both Russia and France are fighting. There are no Russian guards here today, but seeing a lot of French guards recently in replays, which is awesome because they are a cool looking unit. Karl Bagavou has been broken. Why he was dismounted, I do not know. He should have been on his horse, but he is dead. Rip in peace to him. And it seems as though these forces over here have also been defeated that were in this village. So it seems as though the Russians have been defeated by the French Guard. It's now just down to Britain. He's got to quickly somehow defeat this army in front of him and then face the old guard with his battered and bruised army. The guard took some losses, but not like insane losses. Yeah, both sides starting to like break in some areas. You see here. Oh, we had a cav charge. I did say those chasseurs were there. They tried to go for the infantry here, but there was foot did break them. But yeah, look at that. Franz broken entirely on the side. He needs to swing around now, does Britain. He can just finish off the rest, and bish bash bosh. It's time to kill the guard. I don't know why Chasseur hasn't just taken out this artillery here, this horse artillery. Don't know what he's thinking. He's just ignoring it. Look at this. And the British gonna limber up their horse artillery and get out of there. I mean, this is some of the quickest moving artillery in the world I've ever seen. Looks like they might go for general snipe here. They got, oh no, this isn't general. This is another artillery piece. A 9-pounder here. Oh no, they just broke. Wow. That is surprising. They just got exhausted and broke. Incredible. But yeah, the French retreating. I'm just going to fast forward for a little bit because it isn't too much in the way of fighting going on now. A little bit unfortunate, but it does happen. Yeah, look at that. It's just very handy. Chasseur Cheval here just running away. Never to be seen again. Very, very sad. Got the Jäger here just forming up. They're going to make one last push on the guard, I imagine the Russians are. I don't know if the British are still going to win this, though. The French, again, like you rout one unit and the French seem to have one or two others that have already returned from battle. And just like, seriously, man? Like, how? But I guess it's that levy on mass conscription. The French do. We do have Britain occupying a building here. Nothing important, so don't think it is an important one. No, there was a 2-pointer actually. Kind of is important. The French firing silent muskets once again is a bit of a shame. I thought I'd sorted the issue out, but clearly not. Square easily beat him back, and we have now got British troops over here. We've got Manly Power again, he's doing his bit. Yeah, again, I don't know why we have silent muskets, I do apologise, but Manly Power, I can tell you, he's doing a great job. I can make the musket noise if you want. Pew, 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 pew. And the cannons, they go bang. There you go, they're back now. See, exactly what I made them sound like. Top quality commentating there for both. Oh, need to make sure you do not fire in front on your own troops here. Like you see the French were doing it just for a moment. That is detrimental to morale. Will do you no favors and only cause death to your own men. But yes, Frenchies, they are running for their lives. Currently, if it was to end like now, Britain would win because they hold the LOC. Sometimes they just give like teams the win because they have more men left and they literally need like a minute. And I say, oh, they would have won it. But in this instance, it's quite close actually. The Guard have a lot of men left. And Britain's got a sizable force left that he could win. He's just clearing up these last few French units and making sure he doesn't lose too much. I mean, these I don't know if these are actually here. I don't know if this is bugged out or what. I think this replay might be slightly bugged out, which is a shame.
Our men are running, sir.
I'm not entirely sure. Because they are ignoring a few French units. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the French are just about to get routed here. But yeah, these French troops are all ignored. Which makes me feel like they have already routed. And for some reason the game has brought them back. I don't know. We'll just fast forward to the end and we will see what the result is. I imagine it's going to be a draw. Which, yeah, fair enough. From the replay I've been given and what I have here. That would be fair. Because the Guard's still very much looking fairly intact, and that British army is pretty sizable still, and could do a bit of damage. Like the British are a strong faction, they could do some damage. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's certainly been a fun one. That should be the end of the replay. There you go, a draw. So yeah, I would actually say this was well, it would be a draw technically, but the British hold the LOC, so I guess that is a victory for them. They have a 2-point lead. This was set in by Crayon, who was playing as one of the Ross factions. He lost 700 men. Yeah, I don't know what that Ross faction was, so if someone can tell me, please do let me know. But yeah, well done to Crown, getting over 1,000, well, over 1,100 kills, more than either of his other two teammates. Hannibal losing his army as Russia, unfortunately. And then we have IKY Leech here playing as the other Britain army. Then we have Mr. Cosmonaut playing as one of the French armies. I'm not sure what all these armies were. Danish Lemon and Mr. Lugi playing as the other French armies. But there you go, yeah. Danish Lemon getting over 1,000 kills, the best of the French. We'll quickly have a look at some of the kills. 27th in the skilling, getting the most, 158 kills. Then we've got the Monmouthshire Foot getting 139. And Manly Power up there, getting 132. Excellent stuff. But there you go, guys. That is today's NTW 3 battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and a comment showing support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.